Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who can bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGB Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have your self to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth on LDBC. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, look in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, man. Salute everybody. Hopefully y'all having a great day. Press 1 if you guys can hear me in the comments. Press 1 if you guys can hear me in the comments. Got a mic check, 1 2 1 2. And we're gonna get right into this video as we're gonna talk about what's going on as the United States of America is officially at war. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Y'all can hear me? I bet. Salute everybody. Appreciate all y'all tapping on in, man. Much love to everybody. Hopefully y'all all having a blessed day, man. You know, I know I had a couple people hit me up and said, Ticket, man, I thought you don't get into politics. There's certain situations that deserve to be spoken about. And I don't want to get into a political battle with people, but I want to talk about this situation because this is an important situation. For example, when I talk about other situations, when we talk about just things on this channel, whether it be, like I said, y'all see how much we talk about the Diddy situation, things like that, right? If I deem it to be important, then I'm going to talk about it on my channel because I feel like the information and, giving my point of view on it or just giving the information, period, you know what I'm saying, is important. Now, normally I have not really given my point of view on it, but today I'm going to get into it because I have something that I think people should really understand. And that is, I'm going to start off by saying this. The one thing, and salute to everybody who be supporting the channel too, everybody who hit the Cash App PayPal link pinned at the top, y'all already know what it is. The one thing I've learned, man, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was so it changed my life. Me playing basketball. For you guys who don't know, I played professional basketball overseas for 16 years, and it changed my entire life. And the reason why I say it changed my entire life is because, for one, it took me out of a certain mindset I was in. I would have never left out of my natural community or anything had I would not have went overseas all over the world and played basketball, because it helped me see everything. And it helped me do one thing that I feel like is very important, that I feel like a lot of people who listen to videos, who watch the news, who do all of these things don't understand. And that is other people's cultures, where other people are coming from, how other people think. Sometimes I think we get into a mode where we only care about how we think. We only care about how we act. We only care about what's going on with us. We don't care about what nobody else thinks. So if we violate somebody else, it don't matter to us, because why? We only care about us. What I care about them for? But when you actually get to go around the world and you get to see things and be around other people, it's a real difference. Let me give you an example, right? During the time the United States was at war in Iraq, right? And it was real serious out there. I was out there, right? I literally was out there when it was cracking. A lot of people don't know this, and this is why I'm able to talk about these different things, because I was blessed to have certain experiences that some people will never be able to have. I was blessed to see things and be around people that people were never able to do. So I understood, okay, people said, and I've been to Iran too. I've been to Iran, Iraq, all this. I got all the things to prove it, photos, everything, stamps, passport, all this stuff, right? I learned one thing: never judge a book by its cover. Let me repeat myself again. Never judge a book by its cover. I saw so many people over the last, 15 hours come online and say, oh man, trying to justify why the United States would get involved when Trump said that he didn't want to get involved in any more wars. He said it was America first, and that, you know, why are we getting into all these wars? And people think that you can just go, and let me say this before I get into what I want to say right here. You can't just go and drop something in somebody else's country, on somebody else's land, and think that, oh yeah, it's gonna be all good, it's all gravy, ain't no beef. No, 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 no. If someone came to the United States of America, I want you guys to think about what I'm gonna say right now. Everybody says, oh, they're dangerous, man. They can't have this. Who's to say they're dangerous? You? Your values? Let me tell you something. I was in Baghdad, Iraq, when it was cracking, when they had us going through checkpoints. Yeah, 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 yeah. If you know, you know. Yeah, that's me in the car going through a checkpoint when it's cracking. And at these checkpoints, some of the most dangerous places in the world. Why is that? Because of some of these checkpoints, boom, it could just happen right then. And it was happening. At that time, it was cracking. Landmines, all kind of stuff. People who have things equipped in their cars and stuff like that. And I'm going to tell you what changed my life and made me think about everything. Right? We went into it with Iraq under the false pretenses that they had WMDs. Wasn't a wiffle ball bat over there. But it was a whole war surrounded by that, right? And I'm going to tell you something. This showed this moment tested me. Nobody ever knew this about me. But this moment right here tested me, because I went through all those checkpoints. And the longer you sit, I don't know if you've ever been through this situation, but the longer you sit through those checkpoints, man, you feeling it, bro. You like, man, is this it right here? Because, I mean, I've seen it so many times around me. I got up to the line in the checkpoint where it was our turn. And when you get to these checkpoints, they got them like you can't even go a block. Especially in places like Iraq at this time, without there being a checkpoint every single turn. If you know, you know, right? And I'm just a basketball player, 6'9", basketball player, right? Let me tell y'all something. Craziest thing happened. It changed my mindset forever and a day. I got up in the line, and I want y'all to think about what I just said now, right? Now, you have so many people that's out here saying, oh man, they hate us, Ticket, they hate us, they hate all these things. That's cap. When it was my turn in line, he looked at me. He seen I was different in my face. He seen my clothing. He seen me. And I don't know what they were saying, but they had them guns that was bigger than me and was like, yo, get out. I got out. They took me in his office. And I'm like, oh shit, it's about to go down, bro. It's about to go down for real, man. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. So I walk in the office. None of the guys speak English. They looking at me. and they can't take their mask down for safety purposes. They could never take it down. It's an Iraqi soldier. He said, he looked at me up and down. They looked at me, had they weapons on them. I'm talking about, bro, it was ready. I'm talking about it's a whole line of people behind us too. They don't stop us. So they get my passport. They're looking at my passport. I'm like, damn, they know I'm American. They finna probably snatch me up. Don't y'all know, dude, dap me up and say, hey, man, Michael Jordan, I love Michael Jordan. I said, what? I said, man, what's up, man? Man, I dapped up everybody in that building. Everybody in that building. They went against their own rules. They not supposed to take no pictures, none of that stuff. They can get, man, it can be something serious. They went against their own rules to show me love. And I was an American. I was like, what? And this was going on all over. All over. If you ever been to Baghdad, you'll see. This is a picture that I took. And I have many more pictures that I took. Baghdad, Iraq. This is what it looks like in real life. See, a lot of these people talk. I got pictures in Iran as well. In Tehran, all this stuff. These people talk. If they don't love you, you wouldn't even be able to survive in the country. It's not you that they don't like. That's what I noticed. It's not you. I've been to Damascus, Syria, when it was cracking. I've been to Lebanon, Beirut, when it was cracking. Bridges blown off. I'm flying. I'm like, damn. Got to go get this bag. Right? I'm talking about it's real. Right? I'm seeing it. We're flying in. I'm seeing this stuff. And at that time, this was like around 07, 08, when I went to Lebanon. That's right when they had the war going on. Right? I'll tell y'all something, man. I'm walking in Tehran, Iran, at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. No issues whatsoever. Quiet. Ghost town. In Iraq, you hear explosions going off all the time. The room shaking sometimes. You look outside, you're like, damn, dog. I'm like, man, bro, that was a stressful time for me but I never had no issues. I walk out the hotel, go across the street, go to the restaurant. Nobody bothered me. People show love. Walk down the street, people show love. And in Iran, Tehran, you see these things where they say they don't like America. It's not that they don't like you. It's they don't like the hypocrisy and the politics and the lies that are spread out there. The people, they have no issue with you whatsoever, because if they did, you wouldn't be able to get in the country. Let me repeat myself again. The biggest lies ever told. I've been out there. I've been all over. I've been in the Persian Gulf. I've been in the Middle East. I've been all over. I've been where it's cracking. So these people that's on YouTube that talk this talk, you don't know nothing. You just running your lips. If you ain't never been in any of these places, know your role and shut your mouth. Because as I said, when I was in this place right here, they could have did me something funky dirty. Because it was cracking at that time. They showed me love and made sure I got up out of there safely. Ain't none of them speak English, but he did say, hey, Michael Jordan, I love Michael Jordan. I was like, what? I'm like, man, what's up, dog? I said, man, what's up, bro? I dapped everybody up, signed autographs for all of them. And he had a phone. And he was like, yo, I got to get this picture. So I took a picture with my phone, and he took a picture with his phone. Because he wanted to keep that picture because he never experienced that before. But that showed me that it was like 30 or 40 soldiers, and any of them could have made a move and said, yo, we getting him up out of here. They ain't do that. They showed me love. All the Americans that you've heard that have been in either Iraq, that was just civilians, or Iran. See, here's the thing. You ain't never heard of too many situations where it was beef. But the media will tell you, oh, they hate all of you guys. No, it's the politics. It's the fact that they feel like And how do I know? Because I talk to them myself. I had buddies in Iran who speak English. And I asked them, I said, bro, why they got all this stuff in here talking about they hate America, like things like that? He was like, nah, bro, it's not that. He said, if we hate America, you wouldn't be over here. You wouldn't even be allowed to come in the country. He was like, no. He said, you see, you walking down the street, you ain't got no problem. Walk down the street, all the people show love. Every last person. Every person in the streets. And they know you American, they show love. Some of them out there speaking English with you. They understand and speak the language. But what they hate is they hate the hypocrisy of politics. What do I mean? They hate the people that's in charge because they say, hey, man, it's hypocritical for people to say we're an evil people. And we have, as a people, done nothing wrong to any of these people. It's what you call gaslighting. Gaslighting is what you call it. Getting people stirred up and upset. I'm hearing people say, hey, man, we had to get this from Iran. How do you know Iran had anything? Who told you that? Fake news? The same fake news that told you Iraq had WMDs? When in Iraq couldn't find nothing. And these same people feel like, hey, man, damn, dog, how can they feel the hypocrisy is real? They say, man, how in the world can one country tell us what we can't do as our own country? One country, they can have all of the WMDs they want. They can have all of the whole military as strong as they want, but we can't have our own to protect ourselves. That's hypocrisy at its finest. And they say, oh, well, because they got people who we don't trust your leadership. What do you mean? Nobody trusts Americans' leadership. They, the same way you look at them, they look at you. If anybody from any foreign nation came across United States lines on any military facilities and dropped any type of weapons that destroyed any facilities, the United States of America would declare instant war. And everybody knows that's not a lie. That is a fact. These people, for the most part, and I'm telling you the truth from what I saw with my own eyes, hard workers, hospitality. Let me tell you something. You know how many people in Iran that invited me? I went and sat in their living rooms, in their house. You know how many people I went and sat and broke bread with in Syria, Damascus, Syria, Beirut, Lebanon, all these different places, all love. I went and I'm literally sitting in their house with all of these people. And bro, sometimes you can feel like it's sketchy, but I always came out safe. Never a scar, nothing. I walked down the street, hey man, hey, America, what's up, baby? I said, what's up, dog? What's going on? What's up? And then they start to teach you a little bit of Arabic. You understand? And you start to understand, man, these people be chilling, man. This ain't nothing like what they say on the news. I'm sitting here watching the news. I'm watching CNN, all these people. I'm like, man, these people lying their ass off. They don't even have the day-to-day type of crime that you see in the States. The crime that you see day-to-day in the States, they look at that like blatant hypocrisy. Like these people over here robbing, killing, and stealing each other every single day. They don't even really have that type of crime over there on a day-to-day basis. They don't have it to that level at all. Literally walk down the streets, Tehran, Iran. Talk to people. I'm talking about people show you love. I'm talking about numerous Americans over there. No issue whatsoever. You like what? Like, man, I thought these people was trying to, like, I thought this was real, like this was beef. I'm thinking like, yo, this is beef for real. It is the lying leadership all over. And you don't know how my heart was pounding when I sat right there. And I told you, I don't been all over. I don't been to the Middle East. I don't been to the Persian Gulf. I don't been to all these places. I told y'all, I play basketball. How many of y'all can say, hey man, I was out in Kuwait driving a Bentley coupe, playing basketball? You ain't got to believe me. I'll show you the pictures. And you know I had them Kobe's on me. Kobe's, passport, blah, blah, blah. Right off the plane, they gave me the car. Yo, just how you get to practice. You go to the store. I took a picture in the grocery store. Everything's chill. I mean, this is in, bro, listen, this is in the Persian Gulf in Kuwait. I'm like, yo, what the I'm like, yo, this is chill. These people be lying, all these little places, all in the Persian Gulf. I don't been all over. I don't been to Kuwait, Qatar, Dubai. I don't been in the Middle East. I don't been all over. All them countries I don't been to. Syria, Iraq, Iran, Lebanon, Israel. I don't been all over. I don't been to all these countries. So I don't see from every single perspective. I've seen it. These people come on here and lie to y'all. In the media. Lies for all this year. Lies and propaganda. Right? So let's get to this part. Now Trump is being called a liar by his own supporters. How do you know that, Ticket? Because I went to Fox News YouTube channel. And I wanted to see what people who said they supported him were saying. So last night when this happened, I went right to Fox News YouTube channel. And you see it right there on the screen, right? And read what Fox News put too. U.S. launches against Iran. Not Iran launches against United States. Read that. Because you need to remember that. You need to remember that. And I'm finna break something down for y'all because I understand. I kind of understand a lot from being around all these people for all these years. Understanding both sides. See, you guys think the Americans just gonna go over there, we're gonna drop something on them, and it's over with. Oh, boy, the second they did that, now it's smoke in the city. When I came in here and said America's at war, you guys don't know. But let me read some of this before I get into what I'm talking about. It says he said that it takes 2 weeks to decide to hit but he did it yesterday. You guys read the comments right there. The comments is up there for yourselves. This is all over there in Fox News. All of the MAGA supporters, all the people supporting this guy. These people don't want this. You see it. You see it. I'm showing you. This is all in their comments. I just screenshotted as many as I could get real quick. It's all right there. And then you have buffoons running around here with, I think, man, listen, people who don't have no common sense. No, we at war. Oh, yeah. It's on and cracking. Iran's foreign minister, Abbas Arachi, came out and let it be known right? And these people think that, oh, they don't understand. See, let me tell y'all something. It's a different type of smoke when you dealing with countries. Because see, listen, check this out. Do they have the missiles or weapons to reach the United States from Iran? No. But what happens? There are Americans, and I showed y'all all these places I've been for a reason, because this is what I'm talking about when I say a war. For most of you guys who don't know, in pretty much most countries, I'm gonna say most countries, especially in the Middle East, Persian Gulf, Americans are based out there. They have American bases, and a lot of these places they have, most of these places have embassies, right? Now, U.S. embassy, they count it as U.S. soil, right? Those places, countries like Iran can reach. Countries like Iran can reach those. So what happens is when you go at them, here's what happens, right? You have what you call sleeper cells within the United States. Let me get this to y'all, because I'm gonna tell y'all something that I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. And that's why when people don't understand and they run in their mouth, they need to know their role and shut their goddamn mouth. Because any day it could be you. And I pray it's not. For years, people don't understand this. And I'm gonna say this like I'm gonna say it now. Under the guise of friendship, you don't even know. You don't know. It could be your coworker that you've been at work with the last 10 years, and he looks like this normal guy. He's a foreigner, and you can tell that he's of the descent, and he's been cool, and he may be a sleeper. And out of the blue, years. See, this is the thing. Revenge is a dish best served cold. People don't understand that. They're not going to play how you think that the normal war is going to play. So here's the thing. America goes over to Iran, drops you know what's in their country. Iran says, oh, okay, you guys violated our treaty. We had a treaty, but fake news told y'all these people had WMDs. Well, where's the proof? The same proof they showed y'all that Iraq had WMDs? When they finally went in Iraq, all those innocent people lost their lives and couldn't find a wiffle ball bat? Didn't have anything. They gaslighted the whole entire country. All these people was going crazy. And there was nothing over there. It was a whole bluff. All a bluff. Because they really didn't have it. They had to make themselves look bigger and better. Because they didn't have it. Listen to what I'm saying. Everybody always want to feel like, and this is why we say, hey, man, they're the bullies of this. No, United States of America, a lot of people feel like we're the bullies of the world. Why? We always got to get in everybody else's business. We always got to be the strongest and the most powerful. Can't nobody else be on our level. No, that's not how world and life was created. We were all supposed to be created equal. So you can't go to another country and tell another country, hey, man, you can't have what we got. No, that's BS. Another country's not going to lay down to you. They're not going to lay down to you. The same military capability you have to defend yourself, every country feels like they should have it to defend themselves. And when you take it away from them, it builds hate, anger, outrage, and outright despisement. So now, what happens? Now, all these people that have been, and a lot of the intelligence, they've got some of them already. They've ran down on some of these people and weeded out their plots and stuff like that. But a lot of them are still around, and you fitting to see. And what's going to happen is when they come with it, with their orchestrated attacks, then what that's going to do is it's going to do what 9/11 did, shake fear in the country. And then what's that going to do? That's going to make Trump and all these other people turn up even more and now put you in a full-blown tactical war, meaning you're going to want to bring all of your boats and all of your planes, and then that's what's going to end up happening that you didn't want to happen. You're going to have to go send troops over there and put boots on the ground, and then guess what's going to happen? You're going to lose a lot of innocent lives. You know why? Because you got to go in that treacherous terrain out there where they have a big advantage. And even though United States probably have the capability to win in the end, is the sacrifice of all the people that we're going to lose innocently that didn't ask for this, is it worth it? All because you want people to think how you think? I'm asking y'all that. Think about that. You want to place your ideology on the world. No. I told y'all this last night. Let people mind their business and do what they do. If they don't bother you and they don't bother us, hey man, cool. Hey, I ain't got no problem with you. Think about this. We ain't worried about what's going on in Africa. There ain't nobody bothering them. But there's something special about that Middle East region. Oh, I think you know what it is. See, tell y'all something. Man. I don't want to see innocent people get involved in a situation they didn't ask for. Then what happens when you get into a full-blown situation and you got to go in there because now they don't care? And you better believe, because they're not going to fight normal. Let me tell you something. Here's the thing I learned about being overseas too. All the years that I was overseas. Let me tell y'all what I learned about being overseas. They don't fight fair, bro. I know in the States, a lot of people don't fight fair. They do. But no, in overseas, bro, if you fight, there ain't going to be no one-on-one fist fight. Bro, it's bottles, chairs, automatically, bro. Every single time. Anything you can get your hands on, it's going to the line. Straight like that. You take the same thing at this type of level. They're not going to give you the conventional type of fight. What's going to happen is this. All those places that have United States bases close to them, they're going to hit all these places that don't have that type of protection that the United States have, or the length. So now, once you start going at these places, now all these people are put in danger. All over the Persian Gulf that are stationed in these different Persian Gulf, in Kuwait, Qatar, Dubai, the whole Persian Gulf. Then you're looking at all these places in the Middle East where they're stationed, in Saudi, where they're stationed in. Bro, I'm trying to tell y'all this. Or you have these American bases stationed. Then what happens? Like I said before, then you have the sleepers that are now awoken within the United States walls that you didn't even know. You know what? They've been asleep for 10, 15 years. You never knew. But they ready to lay it down. They ready to lay it down and become martyrs for what they believe in. So they've played the patient game. Sat back in a cut. Quietly fitted in and mixed in. And you didn't even notice. This is why you look at 9/11 all those years ago. Let's get to this. So they said they thought it was make America great again. How do you make America great again? By putting Americans back in a situation where you're going to be back in war. I want you to think about that. All it does is cause the economy to go into a whirlwind. Oh, and then I forgot to tell y'all, everybody else that gets involved now. Now here comes China, here comes Russia, here comes all these other countries, Pakistan. Now you got real smoke that are defending Iran. That's why they said World War III, because they already know all these other places are going to get involved, right? So how is it making America great again to get involved in more wars when, and I'm telling y'all what Trump's people are saying, Maga, I got the comments to show y'all. When he said, this is exactly what he bashed other leaders for doing, for getting people in more wars. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. People are upset. I'm talking about heated with Trump. They're saying, bro, you stood up here and ran and said that America don't need to be involved in none of these other people's business and none of these wars. And what you do, you come out here and people say, oh, we ain't at war. Are y'all out y'all damn mind? You think these people gonna lay down? You think you can just walk into somebody else's house, do whatever the hell you want to do, and it's gonna be okay? No. Because they about that life too. And they got a whole different approach. Trust me. Why is it an act of war, Ticket? Because you went into another person's country. First of all, you had a treaty with them. You basically tore that agreement. Imagine somebody made an agreement with you. Then out of the blue, they come out here and tear the agreement up. Because somebody else say, hey man, they're getting a WMD, man. When have you guys heard that Iran came in the United States and did anything in the United States in the last 30, 40 years? Tell me. They've been telling y'all that Iran was going to drop a WMD for the last 20 years. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. Every single year for the last 20 years, they've been telling y'all this. Feeding your mind the propaganda on CNN and all these other networks. Lies. Same thing they told y'all with Iraq. When they went into Iraq, they said, hey, man, we got intelligence, great intelligence. They got WMD. They go in Iraq, they ain't got nothing. How many lives lost? How many people ain't got their mama or their father no more? How many people don't have their mother no more? How many people don't have their brother no more based off of that war? Their grandfather. Young kid wouldn't grow up to know who his grandfather is no more because of that war. Then they talk about hypocrisy. We call somebody else a bully, but somebody else's country got to live by our rules. Imagine that. And everybody, people say, hey, man, it is what it is. No. That's bullshit. Because if somebody walked into your house tomorrow and told you what you need to do in your house, you would go crazy. And to the person who said, Trump only destroyed the nuclear, how do you know that? Boxing fanatic. How do you know that? You don't know anything. They said that in Iraq, brother, and it was nothing. They can tell you whatever they want to tell you in this world. I don't already showed you that. If they hated Americans, every American that's in Iran, Tehran, would have been kidnapped already. Y'all don't think like that. That's if they really hated you. Lies. Lies. People can tell you anything on CNN, all these networks. They can tell you anything. And the way people's minds are programmed, they'll go with it. You know why? Because most of y'all ain't never been nowhere. You ain't never been nowhere except for the backyard at the barbecue. So you're over here running your mouth, mammy, and they ain't been no fucking where. You ain't seen shit. Show me your passport. Show me your stamps. Show me who you tapped in with. What soil you touched. What you know, or you just talking? If you know, you know. What about fairness? What about fairness? We talk about hypocrisy. We talk about fairness. Don't y'all think it's hypocritical that we say another country can't have what we have? Isn't that bullying? Let me give y'all an example. You go to school. You have a nice lunch that your mom packed for you that morning. A bigger bully comes and says, nah, you can't have that. That's mine. And takes your shit. That's the real bullying. So we can have everything and nobody else can have nothing. We can be able to defend ourselves with everything we want. All the things we want. All the things we want, we can be able to defend ourselves. I want y'all to think about what I'm saying. Right? I want y'all to think about what I'm saying. Right? Think about what I'm saying. We can have all those things to defend ourselves. Peep what I'm saying to y'all. But they can't. It's not a poor analogy. It's a great analogy, Simone. Sorry. Because some people think our leadership is crazy. Some people think our leadership is deranged. Some people think our leadership is insane. So who the hell are we to tell somebody else they crazy? When a lot of people think we crazy. Think about what I just said to you. Think about what I just, see, you guys don't think. You have to think about what I'm saying to you. Think about what I'm saying to you. Right? So you want to bully and tell everybody else how they have to live. They have to have your values, your ethics, your morals, all this other stuff, when people on a day-to-day basis don't live like that in the States. Miss me with the bullshit. How do I know? How do I know? Because can't nobody go in your house right now and tell you what you need to be doing. Let me say that again. You have women that will tell you, you need to get the hell out of my face if you tell them what they're supposed to do with their bodies. Go tell a woman in the United States of America what she's supposed to do with her body. She'll tell you better get the hell out of my face. The hell you talking about? I can do what I want to do with my body. My body, my decision. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. So how you going to go tell some other country what they can and can't have to defend themselves because based off of your psyche evaluation, when people think something wrong with you anyways, you don't think that they're stable enough to have these type of protections, but you, oh, I can have them, but you can't. Hell no. What other country is going to sit up here and let somebody just beat up on them? And people do this because they think that they're bigger and badder than everybody else. But I tell everybody in the world, there's a such thing as David and Goliath. Remember that. Remember, this is why you always show love, honor, and respect to people. I want to say it again. I want to say it again. I want to say it again. Simone says we don't need to have more. Okay, so we should disarm them. If that's the case, Simone, nobody should have them, right? I know you ain't gonna say that though. I know you're not gonna say that, man. You ain't gonna say that. See, you're not finna touch that. What I just said to you, you're not finna touch that. Nobody should have them. You're not finna touch that, man. Do you agree with that, Simone? Since you said that, nobody should have them. Nobody should have WMDs. If one country can't have it, nobody can. Especially with all these people in the United States of America that cry about right to bear arms. So then, Simone, while you doing all that talking, get rid of your own hypocrisy in the United States of America. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of our own hypocrisy. We're gonna tell somebody else they can't have what we got. That's bullying. And you wonder why people look at us and don't like us. You wonder why people look at us and don't like us. That's bullying. Straight up. Think about what I just said to y'all. So people are going to feel away in different countries. My whole overall look at it is, man, mind your own business. Worry about what you got going on in your country and your people and focus on that. And if somebody come looking for smoke, then you give them all the smoke they looking for. But if they don't come to you with no smoke, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Especially when we got the same things. So they should not have a right to protect themselves the same way we do. Everybody and I know all of y'all who talk about bearing arms, everybody feel like they should be able to bear arms and protect themselves. So there shouldn't be no problem. Because all these people feel like, hey man, everybody, we should all have it. Because if they come, think about this, y'all. For all the people who supported everybody having a right to bear arms, imagine they came to your house and said, nah, you can't have none of these protections. Nope, we taking all that shit. These people ready to go crazy anyways. But y'all don't want to listen to that part. Imagine if they came to your crib and they say, hey, man, nope, you can't have none of this protection. We taking all this. We don't change the rules. You know, we taking all this. Nope. You said what? People go crazy. You had that conversation in America. You seen it. The day you threaten to take people's arms, they lose their minds. But then they'll tell you that these other countries, no, they can't defend themselves. No, they can't have the same defense we got. Think about what I just said. That's why I told everybody, it's important for you not to watch fake news. It's important for you to go to these different places and travel and see these different places and talk and touch the soil and be around these different people. It gives you an entirely different outlook and mentality on what's going on in the world. I promise you it will. You will never regret that decision. You will forever respect that you had that decision. Shoe on the other foot mentality. Think about this now. We had to stop thinking that we're just perfect. And we're just perfect thing that everybody should imagine to be like. Bro, you can't put your ideology on everybody, bro. It is what it is. America says that America is a free country. I want y'all to think about this. They say that we say the United States of America is a free country. That means people can have their own thoughts, their own mind, think and feel how they want to express themselves. But we're going to tell other countries, nah, you can't think like that. You need to be like us. Huh? Let them people do what they do. And leave them people alone. As long as they're not bothering you, what is your problem? You going and getting involved in other people's situations now, guess what's going to happen? Now it's going to turn to a full-blown war. And I'm telling y'all this. You think Iran is going to lay down? Boy, I got a bridge in Idaho to sell you. And I ain't going to be the hoe. So ask yourself this question. Why are we supposed to be the only country that can have everything? That's entitlement. And that's the mentality that a lot of us have. Entitlement. Oh, well, so what? It is what it is. Entitlement on that ass. It's sickening and disgusting. And it's reprehensible, to be honest with you. Right? It should be an importance of understanding different countries and different cultures. That's why I'm so happy I've been around the world. Yo, me going around the world, bro, I'm telling y'all, man, it changed my entire life. And let me tell you something. I've watched so many guys go overseas in different countries play basketball, couldn't survive 1 week. Just they had to go home. Dudes out there crying, like literally crying. Grown ass man, niggas a thug in the hood, and get overseas in a different environment. Niggas start crying. I'm like, what? Couldn't take it. Had to go back when they got homesick, man. I don't seen it too many times. Could not adjust. Man, I gotta go home, man. I'm telling you, man. I don't know about this, man. Couldn't adjust to anything. The food, the lifestyle, anything. Everywhere I went on the world, it forced me to adjust to that country. That's why when y'all see these people going in other countries and getting in trouble and getting these big sentences for the same crimes that you have in the States that might not be big crimes, that's because they don't play this type of shit over in different countries. Every country has their own rules, own culture, own way they react to things. You have to, and I mean this, understand and respect other people's cultures and their countries and try to understand them. Some of y'all don't even care to understand it. Y'all only care about yourself. You're selfish. You wouldn't give a damn to care about nobody else if you had a chance to. But then you want to judge people. Think about this. I want y'all to think about something. What if somebody judged you without knowing anything about you? They just judged you. Ladies, I want y'all to think about this. All the ladies listen to this channel. What if you walked out of work and you walk with a coworker? Maybe he's a man, right? And somebody see y'all walking, and they say, "Oh yeah, they having sex." Huh? You walk out the building with your coworker, and the first thing somebody think is you having sex. They don't even know you. They don't even know you. But they put this preconceived conception on you. Think about what I just said. Think about what I just said. So what do I mean, Ticket? These other countries y'all talk all this shit about, you don't even know these people. You haven't even tried to get to know them. The only thing you know is what they tell you on the fake news. Oh, I've went and sat myself down. And to the person who says playing basketball doesn't make me an expert, no, it makes me an expert on people, Janet Jackass. It makes me an expert on knowing and spending quality time with different people, places you ain't never been. Pussy, nigga. That's what it makes me an expert in. It makes me an expert in humanitarian, being a human being, a decent human being, and knowing when people treat you a certain way, which is right and wrong. Knowing that all these people are saying these people hate us and they want to unalive us, but I've been over there breaking bread, and so have many other Americans that never had any issue. The only problem is at the top. It's the same thing that goes on in the streets. You got two gangs. You got a leader over here and a leader over here. The followers might not even have an issue with each other. But because the leaders have gaslighted the followers, now everybody got beef, nigga. Now everybody don't came out. You got a graveyard full of people that have fought a war against each other that means nothing. In the streets. Now they dead somewhere, probably saying, man, I wish we ain't never did that, man. We wasted our whole life, man. Now we sitting in hell. So it's important, again, to understand different people's cultures, how they react, how they move, how they live. Right? Because think about this. If they really hated you, you know how many Americans are in Iran? They'd have went and kidnapped all the Americans if it was really beef like that. If it was really beef like that for like the last 20 years, bro, no American will ever be able to enter Iran. Ever. Same thing with Iraq and all these other countries we talk about. That's why it's important to open your mind and think and see things from other people's perspective. That's the best thing that ever happened to me in life. That's how ticket can come. And I can talk to white people. I can talk to Asian people. I can talk to Spanish people. I can talk to Arabic people. I can talk to Iranian people. And the list goes on and on and on. You go in a person's house, you respect their rules, you respect their culture. You understand what they try to understand them and what they're going through. That way you aren't so judgmental in your heart and believe every lie that's fed to you by the lie media. So you have agreements torn up. I've already told you how Iran can retaliate. Iran has numerous ways to retaliate. One from within the United States. Period. One from within the United States of America. Then that's what's going to happen. Once they retaliate, people are going to forget that America went over there first. Then once they retaliate, see, let me put this up here what Fox News said again. It needs to be important. Y'all read the title of Fox News video. That's very important. Because that's true what Fox News wrote up there. The U.S. launches, not Iran launches against the U.S. So when Iran retaliates, everybody gonna say, "Hey man, these people ain't nothing, man. They're hold on. Did y'all forget that you went over to them people land first? Oh man, but we didn't touch no people. Don't matter. It's the same thing happened in the United States of America. They're gonna declare that as an act of war. It's on and cracking. You ain't that what I just said went right past your head. Then you probably got about 7 or 8 other countries that are going to be willing to jump in with Iran, China. And then guess what y'all are prepared for? Not only the war that's going to be boots on the ground, weapons and things like that, the financial war. That's the war that's going to destroy all of these people in this comment section running their mouth. Import, exports. When people are losing jobs again, when the economy is crushed again. Because you're spending all this money trying to protect and go on that war. a situation you ain't had to get involved with. So these are other ways you could be attacked. Affecting the future. The internet, how they can control and do all these cyber attacks overseas and cause all these. You guys don't understand this stuff, bro. It's so much stuff that goes past people's heads, bro. They had a treaty agreement that they had just recently signed with Iran a few years ago. The United States changes regime, they come and tear that up. Imagine if somebody has an agreement with you and just comes to your face and tears it up. Like, nah, you have to come to a different agreement. That's bullying. That's bullying. And I'm gonna say it again. They don't have a conventional form of fighting. What they're gonna do is they already are within. It ain't gonna be no come in. It's gonna, I told you, this what you call sleepers. And they are awakened. And what happens is now is that you don't know where it's coming from. So what does that do? It goes right to what they want to do, put the whole country in fear. Because now you don't know where it's coming from. And what you do is, if it happens, then it causes mass chaos, people going crazy, everybody losing their mind again, and now you're right back. Here we go. Full-blown situation. Right? So you have a lot of people don't care because they feel like it doesn't directly hurt them. You know what I'm saying? But what it does is it puts innocent lives in danger. Straight up. Literally. Puts innocent lives in danger. And the result is isolation from the world and having the whole world start to hate you because it's an unprovoked attack. Did you go and get approval from the United Nations, who you're supposed to be linked up with before you went in and did this? These are all the things you got to think about. And this is the reason why, you know, people feel the way they feel. I'm just telling you the truth. You can get mad at me all you want. I told you, I don't praise no man. I only praise God. That's why it doesn't matter. To me, the Trump stuff, Kamala, Biden, Obama, Bush, all them people to me is the same. Until we are completely out of these situations and we minding our own business, focus on building our own stuff up and not worrying about other people and trying to put past judgment and be controllers of other people, man. Listen, bro, I'm telling you right now, bro. And I see so many people praise man, right? I'm just telling y'all, man. I'm just telling y'all, bro. And American people, they don't learn until it hits them in their pockets. That's the one thing I learned about us, man. We don't care unless the money is affected. They don't care. They don't give a damn. Unless your money has begun to be affected, they don't care. Why do you think so many people had hatred towards Joe Biden? They despise Joe Biden. Why? Because of their pockets. They're like, man, this fool don't got in the office and don't hurt everybody's pockets, man. People struggling to pay bills, insurance out the roof. Just why people despise Biden. Then he on cap. Why is he on cap? You supposed to be a leader of all men, not just some men. But what do? You go free your criminal ass son. when it's supposed to be you do the crime, you do the time. Not special treatment, but you go and show all the hypocrisies of what make people hate the United States. The hypocrisy. This reprehensible what Joe Biden did. Reprehensible. You're supposed to be a leader. And then you got people who so twisted in their mind. They're like, oh, well, you wouldn't free your son? You know, that lets me know right now, I never want you as a leader. Because you ain't going to keep it 100. Because I tell you right now, you tell your son, hey, man, look, bro, I'm in a position of leadership, man. You don't follow these rules, you subject to the same punishment as everybody else, bro. Ain't no protecting your ass. Now, you going to have to follow these rules, bro. You're not getting no special treatment, bro. Because as a leader, for the people to respect you, they have to see that you have what we call fairness and integrity. And when Joe Biden did that, he showed you he ain't got none. And it's the same thing that people are saying about Trump. Because he ran and campaigned on getting us out of wars and not having these wars. And people trying to say, oh, we ain't at war. What do you think's going to happen when you go and drop stuff in other people's country, man? Then when they retaliate, you're going to say, oh, man, they came at us, man. What do you think they're going to do? Lay down? Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God, bro. And everybody sitting up here with the same talking point. Man, we had to get them weapons up. How you know they had them? I want y'all to think about this. The United States went through one of the biggest recessions ever off a lie. Off a lie. Off of a lie. They told us that Iraq had WMDs and it was essential to go in there. They have nothing. Nothing. Lies. All lies. Unbelievable. I couldn't believe, bro. You literally had all the people that lost their life. You got into a whole war with Afghanistan. All this based off lies. So these same people now came up and have said all these things about Iran, and we have not seen no evidence. They just told you that. Think about what I just said. They just told you. Right? She says, how can you be a president, top of the hierarchy, and jail your son? You know how? Because it's leadership. Because the same way as a parent, Kish 25, if you are one, and your child acts up, that all of your children, let's say you got 4 kids, right? You know how you're a bad mother, Kish? If you got 4 kids, you all tell them they got the same rules, but if they all break the rules, you got different punishments for all of them. One of them you don't punish. You say, come here, baby, I ain't finna give you no punishment. The other one you do punish. You on cap. When you are a leader, all that little family shit, all that other stuff go out the window, ma'am. This is the part you don't understand. When you're a leader of so many people, this is the same thing as if you're a judge. If you're a judge and you take an oath to be a judge, guess what? Because your family member coming to court, you can't give special judgment. You have to keep it 100 at all times, or else what? You're compromised. Okay, ma'am? And this is the hypocrisy that y'all see all the time. That stupid stuff that girl just came in here and said, complete stupidity. Complete stupidity. Because if you're a real leader, first of all, your son will respect you. If you're a real leader, your son will respect you to not even cross that line. Period. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. You said what should have been done? He should have let his son do his time. He should let his son do his time. Period. That's what real leaders do. Your son did the crime. He went to a court of law. Right? He went to a court of law. Think about what I'm talking about now. Yeah, he should have did his time. Found guilty, should have did his time. Same way everybody else got to do their time. What's so special about him? He broke the laws. You do the crime, your ass got to do the time. Point blank, period. Now, a father is different if you're not in the leadership position. Because now your father is going to love your son, and that's a whole different, that has to be separated. Like, share, subscribe, man. All right, you guys, so we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new A-Weapons merchandise right there below this video. All you got to do is look below. The links will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well to get the merch, to donate, support the channel, and subscribe to our podcast show. You'll see all those links pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. And we appreciate everybody that supports this channel and our networks. Also, that straight drop weight loss formula. Go to the website. You guys will see that. A link for that will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well. Go right there for all of your weight loss needs. Straight drop weight loss formula. We have a lot of testimonials on the website. You can go to www.str-8-drop.com and get you some of the weight loss formula today. Take your weight loss serious. Get in the gym, work out, exercise, and do what you got to do to stay on point. We appreciate everybody that's been locked into this video. Again, all the links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. Salute to all of y'all. And again, we appreciate everybody who support what we doing over here.